Hello, my Owlettes. Okay, so we had like an emergency situation. I had to call the elves in, and I said bring the duct tape because yes, my camera fell and it broke, and there's like really broke. Like really broke. So we have it. They brought me in some duct tape, and we have duct taped the camera. I got onto Amazon, ordered me one, should be here tomorrow. So yeah, early Christmas present for Mrs. Claus over here. I was like, no, this cannot be happening, not right now. Okay, so let's just get to it. We are here to have fun and not stress about the camera issue. Or not having scissors issue, because I've used this to cut my duct tape, which, you know, shame on me. I gotta clean this up. Now they're all like sticky. Let me see if I can get another set. We're gonna add some glitter and some yarn to, oh, here we go. We're set to the wand. I bought this off of eBay. You know, I love this. It reminds me of the hair ties back in the day. I don't know where you can get them. I have looked everywhere. I've tried to find imitation yarn, but I found this on eBay, and I bought some for a class I did this last spring. And it seems to be, I've been hoarding it a little bit, but I've been like, oh, it will be perfect, make a perfect little bow on top of on my wand. So this wand this year, I'm going to go ahead and do, 'cause as I mentioned in my previous video, there's going to be two different styles. You have the Santa or the Christmas tree in there. I'm going to be using the Santa in mine. And of course, we're going to be adding some glitter. Already starting off with some sparkles with our sparkly wand. I also have my heavy duty hot glue gun just in case I need it. And I haven't used this in like 2 years, I think, or it's been a while. But we're going to give it a try because I do want to hot glue my journal together and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and use Fabric Fix. Oh, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to go ahead and put my bow on, and then I will do the glue because it's going to have to sit for a while and dry. So I'm just going to tie this bow like that. Whoops. The bow is like really big on here. I might have to use some, you know, who says we can't have a big bow, right? Let me put this down here, maybe easier to put in place. Because I like a big bow. There we go. That's better. Trim a little off. I'm going to go ahead and add my Fabric Fix, and I'm going to go around the edge of it because that's really, I want to still keep Santa's face visible. Now, I have never used Fabric Fix with glitter, so we are experimenting this. I figured it would hold just about anything. My glitter is not open right. Hold on. I'm going to do this with one hand. That's not working. You know what? We're just going to unscrew the top off. Maybe I've never broken the seal because it is not working. Okay. So I'm going to go around Santa's face. Whoa, okay. Little over glittered. Over glittered. Is there such a thing? Add a little bit more on that side. Yes, I hear him too. Pokey has to say, you know, let's go. I need to go outside. All right, so I'm gonna eventually put a spot of glue. I guess I could do that now. And push that bow up. And I want to add a little bit more glitter to cover up that glue spot. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, like on here, like this, so that will dry. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to pop it in there like that. That way it will dry. And I could come back and actually probably add another little gem on it or something. Because I do have some ideas to add some gems on my cover this year. Okay, y'all. Glitter! Put the glitter aside, and that way you clean it up later. Okay, now we're getting into making our journal. So I have picked out this material with this as a, I like to have a cozy, like cozy feel to my journals, making it soft. If I put the material straight down, it's still kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't feel soft to me. So I like to use just a plain piece of felt on my journal. But the first thing I'm going to do is take apart some of these. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take apart this, let me cover this up real quick. I'm going to take apart this Christmas Carol book. And basically when I take across a little golden book, oh yeah, this is the duct tape, you guys. So let's put that away. Okay. I just hope it's filming good. And so I just basically tear the cover apart. Now, since I am planning on using the cover, I want to save that. Which a lot of times I'll save them anyway, because if you ship things, these make a great like a cardboard backing. And I'm just going to cut off the binding, the spine here. Okay. And also it's got those scary staplers in there. We want to make sure they don't get where they can get in little paws or little hands. Okay, so I'm going to put those apart. My hot glue gun, I'm going to put that over there. Let me get a little organized here. Okay. Then, so I have my pages. Now, as many of you know, if you've ever taken apart a golden book, the signatures are a lot different than just all in one. See how they're folded here? There are different signatures in there. But what I like to do is just, when I'm putting them in my journal, I randomly just add them to the pages. Now I will probably keep the front at the front like that, but I fold them where they're all together so that, and then I'm going to place them randomly throughout this book, throughout the composition book. Now what I did for my, what I did for the one that I'm just using a month, I think I counted out 20 pages, so that gives me a little flexibility to have a few extra pages if you're doing daily pages, especially if you're doing weekend, and especially during the holiday season where you have so much going on and you have different things you want to document, or lots of photos or family events, or you know, things like that, celebrations. I'm always going to keep some extra pages in there. So then what I'm going to do at this point is like just cut out that seam, that stitch, and take it apart. And then what I mean by the 20 pages is actually counting out 40, because I'm going to be gluing these pages together. So I'm going to go ahead and count out 40 pages of this inside this notebook. Correction on that, I actually did 20 pages. So I went back and I was like, wait a minute, if I count out 40 pages, that's the whole book. That's the whole inside of the composition notebook. But I went and I counted my November, and I used 10 pages. So so that's what I did here. Actually, I counted out 12 because, excuse me, 20 pages. That's going to give me 22 pages. That's going to give me 12 pages one-sided glued together. Sorry, confusion. Basically, count out 22 of these if you're doing this, if you want a few extra pages, if you're doing this process. Because what I'm going to do is come in and glue these two together, and then that will give me 11 on one side and 11 on the other side, which, you know, it really pans out because I have a little bit extra pages in my November book. You know what though, November only has 28 pages, 28 days. Let's throw in a couple more extra. I'd rather have too many than not enough. So I'm gonna go 1, 2. So that's actually, I'm actually doing 22, 23, 25 pages. No, it has to be more than that because, let's count them out. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so, okay, you guys, I stand corrected. So these, I actually counted out 26 pages. Let me make sure this is, sorry, you guys, I feel like my camera's crooked. So this is 22 pages. And then, of course, I'm going to glue them together. So, okay, so I have the guts selected out. And then what I'm going to do is decide, I guess this was on the outside, what paper I'm going to include inside along with my Christmas book. So, for example, I found this really cute vintage bear paper that I've been hoarding, and we're not going to hoard anymore. We're going to use, right? That's our goal. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and put it in here. I'm just going to fold it in half and use it as a as an extra sheet of paper in here. Actually, this may work better as a background because it's so fragile. Let's do that. I'm going to add this as a background. Okay, let's pick out some scrapbook paper. So I bought this paper yesterday at Michael's. I never go to Michael's, and we did a crafty day with our friend, me and my sister. And we met at Michael's beforehand because she was looking for houses, and oh my gosh. And I was looking for paper because we're going to be making a lot of paper trains. And so I'm going to, oh, look at that cute Santa paper. So I'm going to pick out one more for, I was going to use my other stash, but this has such cute paper in it. I'm going to just use everything from here. I know, I'm going with the red and green theme, but I find myself going towards the pink, because you know, my favorite color, so I find myself wanting to use the pink all the time. And I love this bows, all the bows. So I'm just going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to use, and then I'm going to cut it down to where it'll fit inside the journal. Okay, so, and yes, it's crooked. We're going with it. We're okay with it. Look how cute this paper is. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to make some a little smaller, and then some like the width of the actual book. And this also adds like some extra pages in there in case you need it throughout your month. And then I did want to add a couple of music sheets in there. or at least one music sheet. And then I did have these recipe cards, oops, inside the kits, and so I wanted to add one of those. So it just kind of makes it a little bit more funky junky. And then you guys, I want to go ahead and add my Christmas zine, which I know, excuse me, I haven't put it in the shop just yet. It's coming. And I'm going to have a huge Christmas upload on this weekend, which will be, oh gosh, so today's the 9th, like the 15th. Oh yeah, the 15th. Okay, that's perfect. So the kit will go live, and then I'll have a big Christmas update as well. There'll be stickers, my Christmas zine. I ordered some really cute, fun stuff, but I don't know, it's not Christmas related, but I was thinking it would make like some great gifts, but I haven't gotten those in yet. So, and I haven't ever done this product before, so I'm really, really super excited, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I get them in. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and intertwine of these pages, keeping in mind that I'm gonna be gluing 2 pages together at one time, so I definitely want to make sure that I do. If you mess up, not to worry, because I've done that before and just glued down scrapbook paper to make that page sturdy. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'll do this cute little one up here, just like a half a page. Makes it really cute. And then do 1, 2. Christmas page, and then I'm going to do like something really fun. I'm going to add one of these, do like a double in, there we go, like that. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. Our book page. And I wonder why my book is so fluffy, right? It's adding all these extra pages, but I love having all this random pages put into my journal. Plus, like I said, it gives you more opportunity to create additional pages if you need it. Or it's just fun to make it more kind of a junky. Like if you wanted to do a whole page, maybe it's not even have to do with that daily, what happens daily. You could put like your Christmas tree here. I'm just looking at the music sheet and then adding a picture of your Christmas tree, or maybe telling a story of past Christmas trees. Okay, so what I did is I ended up with these 2 as my last bit, and I'm just going to double it up here. Actually, should I do it like that? Where it makes the pretty side when you open it up. Let's do that. That's a little different than what I usually do. And then I'm going to take this and put it all together as best as I can. Remember, this is your journal, so I mean my pages kind of stick out, but again, I glue everything together, and by the time I fluff it up and I fill it full of goodness, memories, all the good things, you don't even know if the pages are, in my opinion, not straight. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add my Christmas, my zine in here. Yeah, it's already fluffy, you guys. But see how it goes over the edge? I'm okay with that. Because it always ends up getting so fluffy with the edging. So I'm going to give my all. I am going to use wax. I thought about using really pretty like embroidery string, but I was afraid it wouldn't, with this being as thick as it's going to be, it wouldn't go through as smoothly. Okay, so let's pick another one, a little bit different needle. Okay. These I end up putting way too much, but I kind of pull like probably two 2 feet. I would say this is probably 48 inches maybe. As long as you have enough where you don't run out, and typically I never have because I probably put way too much. A lot of times it's, unfortunately, I feel like I waste it. Okay, so I'm going to just string it through just like an embroidery, leaving a small edge here. And then I'm going to use my, you really want to make sure you get that, all that in the same crease. So everything that you've put in that you folded, you want to make sure that it stays within that crease. And then I'm going to add these ginormous paper clips on the side, like this. Okay. Okay, now, with adult supervision, go ahead and punch your all through. And I kind of bend my pages a little bit just so it goes through. And now one thing that I noticed with these, and I've mentioned this before, but this particular one, this side doesn't have it, but you can see the little bitty dot on that side. But I'm going to go through this middle of this book again, so it holds that book really in, like that. And I'm going to do the same side to that one. And I would guess I'd go down maybe 2 inches on each side. As you can see, this is kind of like starting to fluff out the top. You want to make sure that that does stay inside the book. So I'm going to go ahead and repunch that because I think it was stuck outside. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, I saw it escaping on me. I didn't like it. Okay, so then I'm going to take my string, and depending on where you want your string, you could either have it inside or you could have it on the outside. I think with this one, I'm going to have it on the outside because I probably am going to cover up that. But if you had really pretty like string you were using, I wish they made like colorful wax string. I bet they do. I just haven't looked for it. I'm going to pull that through here. Make sure you leave some space here on the end so you can pull those together. And I'm going to punch this one through. The wax string just works so much better for me. And then you're going to make sure that you want to make sure that that is tight, but we'll do that again before we tie it. And then it's going to come through this way. Again, my book is acting like it wants to fluff out the top here. This last one always seems to cause me grief. Let's make sure the pages are where they're supposed to be. Okay, let's try it again. This is the one that I usually have to like baby through. Find the needle, there it is, and baby it through the pages. There you go. Good job, needle, good job. Okay, so we have that done, and then we're going to bring it back through the middle here. I remember when I first was learning how to do this, it seemed so complex to me. Like I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. And I know other people do theirs a little bit different. Whoops. But I think as long as you book bind, your book stays together, you're doing a good job. Okay, now I'm going to just make sure that this is tight enough in here, which is like pulling this. As you can see, I went through the center of that string, which that happens quite a bit in my world for some reason. And then pull these as tight as you can to make sure that there's nothing. And I like to kind of hold it there and just make sure I can't like lift that string up so I know that it's tight. And then once I have it tight, I put each string on the end there. You can tell I did get too much, obviously, but I like to go on either side of this center string, and then I tie it together in a knot. Like that. And then I trim it. Ta-da, you guys, we did it. Okay, now that we have this done, we can do our covers.